What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and Super Bowl 59 is kicking off today in New Orleans. But do you know that 58 years ago, the first NFL AFL championship game, or Super Bowl I, took place right here in Los Angeles? That's right. Let's get into it. On January 15th, 1967, the first AFL NFL World Championship game took place at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. At the time, it was the home of the Los Angeles Rams. One of the possible names for the game was the Super Game, and it was a last-minute addition to a merger agreement between two rival leagues, the NFL, National Football League, and the AFL, American Football League. The NFL was in its 47th season, and Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers were an established dynasty. They would face off against the champion of the upstart AFL, a league in its 8th year, the Kansas City Chiefs, the powerhouse team and defending champion in the league, who also featured Mike Garrett, former superstar and Heisman Trophy winner from USC. What's interesting is they didn't finalize the location of the game until 7 weeks before the championship, and the Rose Bowl was in contention, as were venues from other warm weather cities like New Orleans, Miami, Dallas, and Houston. That said, the venue had hosted 3 championship matches for the hometown Rams, and NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle thought that the hallowed venue would be a good fit for the contest for the league's victory trophy. Once the details for the game were finalized, tickets went on sale at $12, $10, and $6, depending on the seat. Nearly 62,000 fans attended the game, but in a venue as big as the Coliseum, that made for a lot of empty seats. Pre-game entertainment included 2 men who flew around in jetpacks, and the Ramettes provided entertainment during breaks in the action. A local group called the Anna High Steppers from Anaheim entertained the crowd during halftime, along with the Grambling State Marching Band. The game became the first and last Super Bowl televised by 2 major networks, as NBC and CBS held rights to nationally televise the AFL and NFL games. The game was a smash hit coast to coast. It received a market share of 79 and reached 51.1 million viewers on TV. The game's result saw the NFL's Packers demolish the AFL's Chiefs 35-10, an outcome that many sports writers and fans actually believed would happen. Bart Starr of the Packers was the first Super Bowl MVP. This is just a great picture. But regardless of the outcome, the game was a resounding success, and Los Angeles would go on to host the Super Bowl 7 more times. The Coliseum hosted Super Bowl 7 in 1973. The Rose Bowl hosted Super Bowl 11 in 1977, won by the Raiders. Rose Bowl hosted again Super Bowl 14 in 1980, Super Bowl 21 1987, and Super Bowl 27 in 1993. While the Super Bowl came back to Los Angeles in 2022 for Super Bowl 56, won by the hometown Rams. And LA will be hosting for the 9th time in 2027 when they're slated to host Super Bowl 61, again at SoFi Stadium. So year after year, the Super Bowl is the single biggest event in the United States. And it started 58 years ago, right here in Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.